Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to go with a very special theme, which is Ramadan. So Ramadan has started for like a week now, and I want to wish you guys a Ramadan Mubarak. And today I just was inspired by the vibe and aesthetic and the stuff that we do in Ramadan, so let's just get into the nail art. So I'm gonna pop up a reference that I drew up on screen, and we're gonna use the long tips again. You can see that there are a lot of like charms on it, and these charms I actually made yesterday night. So let's just look at our tips. Here are the nail tips that I picked out. I already sized them out to my fingers and shaped the cuticles a bit so that they can fit my fingers a bit better. Let me just put these on the side. And I have an array of the colors in front of me. I do like to pre-pick my colors so that I don't struggle in the middle. And I like to have a coherent color story in front of me. So yeah, I think it's just gonna be a pretty short intro and we can get started into the nails. Okay, so the first nail we're gonna start with is the thumbnail. And the colors that I have chosen are here. This blue, this dusky pink, this lighter pink, and finally this yellow. So I'm hopefully aiming to gradient all of them starting from blue at the top and yellow at the bottom. So let me just open all the nail polish bottles so it's easier for me to hop in between each color. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna use this brush for my ombre because I like a messed up looking brush because it blends the colors better. So basically the first nail is a sunset. Because Ramadan is like based on just we fast from sunrise to sunset, so I wanted to have the first nail as a sunset with a lantern in the middle as our first theme. And we're gonna see in the nails that come after like different themes and different aspects, like I said, of Ramadan and what makes it for me. So basically what I'm doing here is just adding quite a thin layer of each color and just dragging it down, just building up the gradient up in layers. I'm gonna use the dusky color and I'm gonna put it like a bit down here so I can have enough space to blend it up and down. Okay, what I think I'm gonna do is let me try and find a sponge. I'm gonna try and sponge the gradient on. Okay, so I'm back with the world's tiniest sponge, and I'm just gonna use some tweezers and sort of like dab the color on it. So let's try again with this color. Okay, this works so much better. I'm just gonna continue with this sponge. I'm going with this lighter pink color. Okay, so the gradient is gonna definitely need a lot of layers, so that's okay. Maybe I should have added a white base. Okay, that's okay. Maybe I should like add less of this color, so maybe a bit more of this pink. Okay, so I like how the gradient looks so far. It is quite rough right now, and I am gonna wait till it dries so I can go over it with like a second coat, clean up some of the seams, darken the base a bit, and we're gonna see how it goes. Okay, for the next nail that we have like a plate of ataif. Let me just get this here out. So ataif is basically like a stuffed fried dessert. It's like a circle of dough, and then you put nuts, coconut shavings, sugar into it, and then you fold it. I think it's kind of like an empanada, if I'm not mistaken, and but like a sweet one. And then you fry it, and after it's done frying, you add like a sweet syrup on it. It tastes very good. It's like my favorite dessert. So this is like the color that I had in mind. So let's just paint the tip. So now that the base is done, I'm just gonna, as usual, wipe off the free edges and the sides. And we can let it rest on the side so we can continue on with the nail art later. So on the middle finger, I think this is the most detailed one. The middle finger has a drawing of Masaharati. So basically, he is like a person who wakes people up before sunrise or Fajr to eat something before they have to fast. So I think he can also be called like a Ramadan drummer, because he has like a drum that he beats on to make noise. His job is like very cute. He wakes you up so you can have enough time to eat, so you don't have to like fast hungry. But yeah, let's just get started. And the nail is gonna be transparent, so what I'm gonna do is paint a glossy top coat first. Okay, so after I filed the number off, it left like scratch marks almost. So I did add a top coat to the bottom as well, and it's now completely clear. So we can continue. On the ring finger, we have a glittery starry night with some sambusa on the bottom. Some people call it sambusak, some people call it sambusa. I call it sambusa. And it's basically like another fried dough thing, but this time it's savory. It's like a very long pastry in the shape of rectangle. Then you stuff it and you fold it up so it can make a triangle, and you fry it. And some people fill it with minced meat, some people use like a cheese mix, some people add vegetables to the cheese. I think you can even do it sweet with like spreads or something. So what we're gonna do here is add a black base and a glitter, like a fine smattering of glitter. And I am gonna try and do like string lights, and we're gonna glue the sambusa on the bottom. So let me start with my base. So this will need another coat because I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, you can see it from this angle. There's like a transparency in this part, so I'm not really going for that today. So when this dries, we are going to go over it with a second coat. So on to the final nail. So this is, I think, pretty simple to understand. It's a prayer mat with like okay, maybe that what's not simple to understand is like the two sparks that I have here. I wanted to like show like a sunrise and a sunset, because like I said, I think these are like the most important times in Ramadan because you fast in between them. So I wanted to have like a prayer mat in the middle, like a charm, and then the sun on the top and the bottom. And of course at night, like after, I think before midnight and like after the sun sets completely, there are like prayers called Taraweeh, and it's like extra prayers. Let me do the same treatment on the pinky that I did on the middle finger, which is just coated with a glossy top coat. Let's again put it on the stand, and now we can go back to the gradient. It is, of course, the most, like, so far, it is the most time-consuming nail. But honestly, I like putting the effort in nails. It gets me relaxed. I can watch stuff on the side. So, yeah, it's just something fun that I like to do. Let me get my sponge again. My colors are on the side over here. And we can just start. I'm just gonna let it dry for a long time while I continue on with the rest of the nails. So I am quite happy with the coverage of this color. I don't want to add a second layer. And what we're gonna do next is, I think, outline the nails with this like shimmery, I think, off-white color. I think it's gonna be a bit better than just using plain white, but I am thinking of adding like white before, so this color can pop a bit better. Here's my white. And we're just gonna go in with my long thin brush. So it is a bit tinted, but I don't think it's gonna cause any problems, hopefully. Let's take the white. Let's just outline the nail. Okay, so far I like how this looks. So let me put this back on the stand. I am gonna put like a quick second coat of this black off camera and come right back so we can continue with the nail art on the middle finger. So I am gonna pull up my reference on this side, and basically how I'm gonna approach this is first draw the nail art with like a white pen, and after that I am gonna go over with nail polish. Let me show you the charm, because I am gonna use it for reference. So this is the little drum that I made. I am thinking of putting it over here. So I am just gonna use that for reference. I'm gonna keep it on the side while I do the design. Okay, I think I'm quite happy with this outline. And now we can go in with the colors. Okay, so the colors I have picked out are green, tan, and this reddish pink. Okay guys, we are finally done with the nail art. I'm not quite sure if I want to go over the, ignore all of this. I'm not quite sure if I want to go over the outline with like a black or like another color, but I am quite happy with how it looks right now. I think it looks very cute. It's quite close to the reference, and instead of like drawing lines to connect the drum, I am gonna stick the drum and stick strings so it can be like a little 3D moment. But I am gonna do that after this nail is completely dry. So now we can continue on with the ring finger, which has like the glitter base, and what I'm gonna use is like this very fine silver and gold glitter. So I actually have like a compartment of this. I have like this box full of silver and gold glitter, but when it came in this bag, it just like spilled all over. So I am kind of like using this until I'm finished so I can start using the finer glitter. So to stick the glitter on, I am just gonna apply like a thin top coat. So how I'm gonna do this is just like take a piece of paper first, and we're gonna sprinkle the glitter on top. I don't know if it's sticking. So I just slightly patted the glitter into the nail with like this metal tweezer. I don't want to use my fingers because it's gonna stick to my fingers. And I'm not gonna waste this glitter. I am gonna put it back into the bag. So what we can do right now is cover it with more matte top coat. I'm quite happy with the distribution of the glitter. All that's left to do is let it dry. So on our most simplest nail, so we're gonna have like a sunrise and sunset. Let me actually show you guys the prayer mat. Look at this, it's so cute. So let me grab my tweezers. I think I'm gonna have it like right here. So let's look at our candidates for the sun. So I do have like this glitter, like a very beautiful yellow iridescent glitter, and it has like a different shift to the color. So the second option, we have different sizes for the glitter pieces. So technically it is possible to use like two different sizes for the sunrise and the sunset. So this is another option. Another option is these. They're like gems that you actually just put on your face for makeup. I think what I'm gonna do first is like draw the place for the sun, and then we can continue. So I am gonna go back to the yellow nail polish. So what I ended up on is this gem for the big sun and this one for the small sun. I am gonna keep sticking the charm to the end of the video. This can go back on the stand with its sibling. So what we can do next is go back to the pointer finger and use the shimmery white color that I was talking about. I think I am gonna do 2 coats of it. So while the second coat of the pearly white is drying, I am gonna go to the ring finger and draw the string light that I was talking about. And put this nail back on the stand. So I think what I want to do now is just finish up some of the details. Okay, so now that we are officially done with the nail art, I can go over and stick the charms on each of these nails. And I can finally show you guys the charms. We have a lantern, we have a taif, we have a drum and the drumsticks, we have sambusa, and we have a praying mat. So let's just start one by one and stick them on. Okay, so here are all of the charms stuck on, and I am gonna go around them right now with the thin nail glue to just ensure that they are stuck. And I'm gonna come right back so we can add a glossy top coat together and see the final result. These are all the nails with the top coat, and I'm really proud of how they turned out. I think they look quite cute, and I'm gonna wait for the top coat to completely dry, and I am gonna show them to you guys on my hand after I remove all of these stains, and we'll come right back. So here are the nails all done and on my hand. I am extremely proud of myself. Like, honestly, they look so much better when they're on the nails. I love how they all turned out. I love how the charms turned out. And honestly, I wish they were a bit shorter just for me, because I do prefer shorter nails in my daily life. But that's not gonna stop me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!